They say revenge is a dish best served cold, but when our HOA president tore apart my cancer survivor daughter's 18th birthday party and threatened to take our home, I uncovered a scandal so vile it landed her in prison for 20 years. This isn't just a story about a ruined celebration, it's about a community betrayed, a mother's wrath, and a conspiracy that shook an entire state. Want to know how one birthday party exposed the darkest HOA fraud in history? Buckle up, because this tale will leave you questioning every HOA out there. My daughter, Lily, wasn't supposed to see her 18th birthday. 3 grueling years of chemotherapy stripped her of her hair, her strength, and her childhood, but never her spirit. In the darkest hospital nights, I promised her, if she beat cancer, I'd throw her the grandest party our neighborhood had ever seen. And she did. My fierce girl rang the remission bell, defying all odds. So, when her 18th birthday loomed, I poured my heart into planning. Our backyard would become an enchanted forest. Twinkling lights, crystal ornaments catching the sunrise, Lily's favorite time when the world feels magical. I crossed every T, filed every HOA form in triplicate, and got written approval for every detail: decorations, catering, table placements. Our neighbors rallied. Mrs. Carter offered her prize-winning garden as a backdrop. Mr. Evans volunteered to rig the lights. This wasn't just Lily's party anymore, it was our community's celebration of life. 18 butterflies, one for each year, symbolized her transformation. Her friends choreographed a secret dance to her favorite song from treatment days. Even her oncology nurses RSVP'd. When Lily saw her sky blue gown, her eyes sparkled. "Mom, it's perfect," she whispered. I thought I'd nailed it. If only I'd known Sarah, our HOA president, had a sinister agenda. If only I'd sensed the storm brewing, one that would expose secrets so dark, they'd change our lives forever. The morning of Lily's party dawned like a dream. At 6 a.m., neighbors were already stringing lights, the sunrise painting the crystals in pinks and golds. Then Sarah stormed in, clipboard in hand, her face twisted in what she called her official inspection sneer. "Surprise inspection!" she barked, waving a document dated yesterday. My stomach dropped. I flashed our approved permits, but she smirked. "New regulations. Passed last night. Emergency meeting. Pity you missed it." Before I could argue, security guards swarmed, 3 of them, tearing down our decorations. "Fire hazard." Sarah snapped at the lights. "Emergency access violation," she said of the tables. "Health code breach," she claimed about the catering. Every protest I made was drowned by another citation, another threat. The worst wasn't watching them smash the crystals Lily picked, it was seeing her step outside, still in pajamas, her face crumpling as she saw her surprise destroyed. "Mom?" Her voice broke, echoing the devastation of her diagnosis day. Then she collapsed. The stress, doctors later said, overwhelmed her fragile recovery. As the ambulance sped away, Sarah slapped me with a citation for unauthorized emergency vehicle access. That night, in the hospital, a note slipped under my door changed everything. "Sarah did this before. Check Pine Hill HOA, 2019. She's not who she seems." That crumpled paper was my first step into a rabbit hole of corruption deeper than I could have imagined. While Lily slept in her hospital bed, an HOA email hit my inbox, a lien on our property for multiple violations, timestamped minutes after the ambulance left. Sarah had gone too far, and she'd done it in front of witnesses. Fueled by rage, I dug into the Pine Hill records. No emergency meeting. No new regulations. Sarah's document? A forgery. But Pine Hill was worse. 3 years ago, another 18th birthday, another inspection, another family broken. Their father, Mr. Reynolds, took his life after Sarah's harassment cost him his home and business. His widow's lawsuit vanished from court records. At 2 a.m., a text buzzed. "Check your mailbox." Inside was a USB drive. My hands shook as I opened it. Spreadsheets, emails, bank statements. 4 years of fraud. Sarah targeted cancer patients, families with medical debts, and elderly residents with reverse mortgages, people too weak to fight. She'd siphoned $2.3 million from our reserve fund through fake maintenance companies. A spreadsheet labeled Medical Status Tracking chilled me. Lily's name, highlighted in red, marked Priority Target, High Treatment Costs, Significant Home Equity. Security footage showed Sarah sneaking into the HOA office at midnight, swapping real documents for fakes. But the real gut punch? A file linking her obsession with Lily's party to something so twisted, it explained everything. Then, a shadow crossed my window. Someone was watching. The power cut out. Footsteps creaked on my porch. Sarah knew I was onto her, and she wasn't going to let this evidence surface. In that heart-pounding moment, my neighbor, Tom Harris, a retired FBI forensic accountant, whisked me into his garage. "I've been watching Sarah for months," he said, revealing his investigation board. My USB drive was the missing piece. For hours, we connected her crimes across 5 HOAs. Sarah fought dirty, caught on camera trying to break into my house at 3 a.m., then falsely reporting me to Child Protective Services for neglecting Lily. The investigator saw through it. "Filing false reports is a felony, ma'am." A hidden camera that Tom installed in the HOA office sealed her fate. It caught Sarah threatening 2 board members. "If those records leak, we all go down." But one, Emily, had enough. She wore a wire. State investigators called it bigger than your HOA, a $15 million fraud network targeting medical patients across 3 states. A manila envelope left in my car revealed why Sarah zeroed in on cancer families, blowing the case wide open. We got an emergency restraining order, but Sarah discovered Tom's camera. She was out for blood, and we had to survive the night before her triumph at the emergency board meeting, where she planned to foreclose on our home. Sarah strutted into the community center like a queen, unaware every seat held someone who knew her secrets. Every word streamed live to state investigators. "Before we discuss my foreclosure," I said, voice steady, "I have questions about the Reynolds family from Pine Hill." She froze. Her mask slipped. The next 40 minutes were chaos. Every denial met evidence. Every lie crumbled. When we played the footage, she lunged for the laptop, toppling the podium. Emily stood. "I was there," she said, voice breaking, "when you laughed about Mr. Reynolds' suicide, saying his widow would never prove anything." The room fell silent. Emily's wire recording boomed, Sarah's voice cold. "Cancer families are perfect targets. Medical bills make them desperate." Sarah tried deleting files from her phone as sirens wailed. "You're all complicit!" she screamed, waving a hard drive. "Every board member who signed off." She nearly escaped, but Mrs. Lopez, a 68-year-old ex-marathoner, tripped her with her cane. The hard drive skidded to Tom's feet. Game over. But the files revealed a bombshell. Sarah's medical records weren't just for targeting victims. They hid her own past, a chilling link to every cancer patient she tormented. As police cuffed her, she hissed at me. "You have no idea what you've done." She was right. I didn't know saving Lily's party would unravel one of America's biggest HOA scams. And it wasn't over. Within 48 hours, the FBI seized records from 27 HOAs across 3 states. Headlines screamed, "HOA horror, $15 million scheme targeting cancer patients." The numbers stunned: 200 families harmed, 43 homes wrongfully foreclosed. Sarah used stolen funds to short-sell victims' homes to her shell company, profiting off their pain. In court, her orange jumpsuit replaced her smug grin. "I had to do it," she sobbed as the judge gave her 20 years. "After cancer took my daughter, they deserved to lose everything." Her daughter died of leukemia 15 years ago, on the same date as Lily's birthday. Her vendetta was personal. But the FBI uncovered more: an insurance fraud that denied cancer patients coverage. The dominoes fell hard. Lily's rescheduled party became a community triumph. Kids from the pediatric oncology ward joined, and even the judge sent a butterfly ornament. Restitution funds created a legal aid foundation for HOA abuse victims. The Reynolds home was returned with compensation. Sarah's pristine house? No, W. Haven House, a free haven for cancer families. Lily, once a shy survivor, now lobbies for HOA reform. Emma's Law, named for her, passed in 12 states, banning HOA harassment during medical crises. Sarah's diary, found later, revealed her obsession with Lily's party. Her daughter's 18th birthday never happened, and she couldn't bear Lily's joy. By trying to break us, Sarah made us stronger. This fight started with a birthday party but ended with a movement. Haven House has hosted over 50 families. Sarah's rose garden is now a healing space. Her foreclosure notice hangs framed in Haven House beside our ribbon-cutting photo. But what other HOAs hide similar secrets? Who's brave enough to expose them? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you faced HOA nightmares? Should personal pain ever justify revenge like Sarah's? Share your stories and let's debate. Where's the line between justice and vengeance? Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to join the fight for truth. Your voice could spark the next big reveal.